Now, what have we learned? Black women are held to an unnecessary standard because of the way our bodies are shaped. It's giving slave master. And what you're seeing from the average black woman and every woman, you consider plus size based on your shape. And let's be very clear, this idea of having a super skinny woman is a power dynamic because the opposite is a man who is 6 foot with six pack abs and a really petite small woman he can throw around. I'm not gonna get into that, but I should.
I'm not going to say what race, what people.
Did she just call us a slave master? If we have certain standards for a woman,
A black woman.
for a black woman, or if a black woman has certain standards for her own body,
It's giving slave master.
a slave man, dog. What the hell is wrong with black people, man?
That's off the grid.
First-
out of control.
Fitness aside, bro. What is the obsession with slavery? Y'all ninjas ain't never been no slave. Y'all ninjas living comfortable. Y'all going to Cabo, Cancun, Jamaica, getting your big back legs rubbed on and shit. Nothing about your life is slave-like. So why do y'all keep doing this? Slave master is insane, bruh. Just because you want a big back calorie stack and not calorie track and not get meal preps, you want to call us, I got the new whip, like I'm a slave master. I don't know the other words. I don't know the words. Slave is crazy, man. And we got to stop the obsession with thinking that because black women may naturally be curvier, you naturally got bigger butts, naturally might have bigger breasts or whatever, naturally might have more muscle and might carry a little bit more body fat than other races. Cool, I'm cool with that. That's not an excuse to be 300 fucking pounds. It's not because you're a black woman. 30 years ago, black women was not walking around 300 pounds at high rates. More than half of black women were not obese 30 years ago. So y'all keep doing this genetic shit. Go look at y'all grandmas and great grandmas. Well, maybe some of y'all grandmas, because y'all be having kids early. But go look at, it's another conversation for another day. But go look at y'all great and great great grandmothers. They were not 300 pounds, more than likely. More than likely. Go look at the Soul Train videos in the 70s, 50 years ago.
Them folks was dancing.
Them folks was dancing and shit.
Grooving.
Slim as shit going through the Soul Train line and shit. Fucking shit up.
Hit moves and shit.
Fucking that shit up, yeah. Listening to funky music and disco and shit. They wasn't fat, bro. So this mindset is just, it's corrupting and killing our women, bro. Right? We got every excuse in the book. But I always tell y'all, if you in the DMV, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Houston and Atlanta, probably the same. Go to a black brunch on Sunday. If you in DC, if you're in the DMV, go to Focus Lounge on a Sunday on 8th Street.
Go to the park.
Oh my God. Go to Park at the 14th on a Sunday. Full of fat black women that say they don't have time to work out. You can say I'm hatred towards black women now and shit. I really don't give a fuck.
We don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. I done helped more black women than anybody saying that shit. Fuck
Nah,
is you talking
fuck
about?
is you and we got the result.
And we got the results. And we got the receipts. So anyway, but actually, Alan hit me to some game yesterday about posting transformations and shit. He said
Really?
he don't post no transformations
What's his
because
ideology?
he want to give the client the credit instead of him.
So he rather have the client post a transmit
Yep.
and like tag him type deal, or like
Yeah, well, he just don't post it.
Yeah.
At all.
interesting.
So he said he gets better results from that for the client long term.
If they post it,
Yeah, like if they don't like, because he don't want them to do it just for the transformation.
yeah,
He wants them to do it to change their life. Like he's there, like it ain't no falling off after training with him,
yeah.
with basically his philosophy and his training or whatever. But yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. We got the receipts to prove it. So shut the fuck up with all that bullshit. And if you want to stay fat, just stay fat, because you ain't changing our mind over here. What you got on that, Tony?
It's like these women trying to address everything else other than the fact that they obese and overweight. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't come out the womb 300 pounds. Now, if you came out 300 pounds, you may have an argument, right? But that's not the case, right? So rather than
Stop the cap.
rather than trying to attack this person, attack this group of people, or try to justify all these other reasons and and all these other explanations for why you don't like this and you feel this type of way, and there's an attack on black women all of a sudden because you fail to put in the work. Like, you gotta cut the bullshit. At the end of the day, we gotta take accountability. Black women, and I love black women. I train all black women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not coming at black women, but at the same time, we got a lot of black women that are falling victim to this mindset that, you know, that they just want to stay big. Like, we gotta cut the excuses. We gotta cut the excuses, and we gotta do something about our well-being.
Facts.
You feel me? Because if you leave it up to anybody, or if you leave it up to chance, you know, you're just gonna fall off the grid, and nobody's gonna fucking feel sorry for you. This is a dog eats dog world. You dig what I'm saying? Like, nobody gives a fuck. So you gotta take it upon yourself to do something about your life before, you know, you leave it in the hands of other people that really don't give a fuck. You dig what I'm saying? So.
All facts, my boy. Let's get to these comments. We want to keep it pushing.
The benefit from a woman being as small as possible, but a man being as big as possible. Because the expectation for a woman is to be 110, 120 pounds and 5 foot to 5'3".
Yep.
But the expectation for a man is to be 6 foot,
Six
six
pack.
figures, and 6-pack abs. With that kind of power dynamic, a man can not only financially abuse a woman because he's the one making the most money, but he can also physically harm a woman because she is so much smaller and lighter than he. But of course, because I'm a fat person, you're going to assume it's jealousy that I cannot be, or I am not 110 pounds. Now, are there women who are naturally 110 pounds? Absolutely. But it's more often than not that women are trying to force themselves into that body type so they're able to attract a man. Now, I understand if you're Latina or you're Black, there's different stereotypes. I know people are going to bring that up very quickly. I don't want to hear it. Everyone is trying to fit the Eurocentric beauty standard in some way, form, or fashion. And this statue conversation shows that. But I find it very interesting, and I'm hoping some SWs can jump in with that kind of petite, almost childlike body structure, and explain maybe their experience of how that is fetishized, that is a kink, that this very petite, small woman is with a giant man, and why, as women who, again, are in a patriarchy, are trying so hard to fit that stereotype.
Oh my God.
Especially when we're going into a recession and they want us to have babies.
What?
What are your babies going to eat
What?
if you don't have any fat?
What?
Brother, this guy stinks!
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck is going on,
What the
bro?
fuck is she talking about?
So now you got to stay big so you could defend yourself, ladies.
Stop the cap.
Listen, man, the different excuses, it's amazing. It's a new excuse every week. So now we're abusive if we want a small woman. It's because we want to abuse her, right? But that shit is crazy. And then the whole Eurocentric standard. What the fuck is a Eurocentric standard?
Folks is coming out the woodworks with terminologies.
What are y'all talking about, man?
She trying to confuse people, man.
Dog, like if you fat, you fat. There's nothing wrong with us acknowledging that and saying you need to do something. It has nothing to do with a Eurocentric beauty standard or a white standard or what. Just because you got low expectations for yourself and your race doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. Just because you expect black women to be super fat, undisciplined, no consistency, just because you expect that from black women don't mean that everybody expects that from black women.
Man.
That's terrible. And it's just like, black women, y'all hold yourself to such a higher standard when it's education, when it's being independent, when it's getting your money, your career. Y'all held yourself to this high-ass standard any other time. But when it come to weight, now it's an unnecessary standard. It's an unrealistic standard. That shit don't make no fucking sense. And they too simple to realize that they're putting themselves down and they putting themselves in a box. What you got on that, Tone?
Yeah, man. Like I said, these terminologies is coming out the woodwork. They're trying to use all these words to confuse you or, throw shade. This Eurocentric, like, what is that? Like, where did we even come up? Where are these people coming up with these terminologies? Just take accountability that you're big and you need to make a change. That's it. once you identify that, you've fallen short of your health, and you need to accept your reality, then you can start implementing corrective actions to change your situation. But stop trying to divert and get away from the issue at hand. You're big, you're unhealthy, and you need to make a change. And nobody cares. And we'll call a spade at the end of the day, right? But you using all these jazzy terms, you trying to dress up a whole bunch of word salad. You ain't saying shit. You know what I'm saying? People that really have a brain can see through the bullshit and see through all the smoke and mirrors, right? You're not about to finesse us. You're out of shape. Your health sucks. You're big, and you need to get your shit together at the end of the day, right? But don't be trying to, throw salt on other races or, discredit men for liking what they like. We like a woman with a nice frame, a nice petite frame. I like it. I don't know what I don't know if you can agree, but that's what I like.
Stop fucking playing.
I don't know, my man. I don't know if he like him 200 plus or better for real, but
All right, bar wars. You was lifting that bar like you trying to lift a big joint. All right, man. Just to walk him down, you walking down big joints.
God forbid.
Hey, man.
Stop the cap. Walk down.
Hey, yo, I'm crying, bro. But real quick, back to this Eurocentric shit. Focusing on European culture or history to the exclusion of a wider view of the world, implicitly regarding European culture as preeminent. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Eurocentric.
It says, this is what's crazy. It says a wider view of the world. First of all, you wide as shit. But, that's the first. That's how I know your ass wrong. You wide as shit and don't have a wider view of the world. But real talk, when it says wider view of the world, you're clearly small-minded. So you using the term Eurocentric when wider view of the world is in the definition doesn't even make sense. You're small-minded because you're putting these black women in a box, and you're making excuses for them to be 200, 250, 350, 300, 400, 450, 500, 550 ass pounds. Bars. Shit is crazy. Make it make sense. Let's get in these comments, man. We killing y'all, man. Hit the mob and like button, babe.
Walk down.
Walk down.
Walk down.
Walk a big back down. Walk a big belly down. He's back. Sweat check is coming back, y'all.
Walk down.
Oh, man.